When Richard Gleeson began the 2018 first-class season with a hat-trick for MCC against county champions Essex over in Barbados, it was just another plot on a graph that is rapidly heading in one direction. Less than 3 years ago, at an age, 27, when most English cricketers have been part of the system for a decade, Gleeson had not even appeared in a first-class match. But he was talent spotted playing for Cumberland on the minor county circuit by former Northamptonshire off-spinner James Middlebrook, who put him in touch with his old club. Now, barely before he's had time to catch his breath, Gleeson is being mentioned as a possible test bowler, capable of breaking both 90 miles per hour and the hegemony enjoyed by English seamers who clock in 10 miles per hour slower. I've never gone back and thought through how quickly it's all happened, he says. I've just tried to embrace it. Any player has test aspirations and I'm no different. There are probably a few bowlers out there who are starting the season hoping to take some wickets. Whoever does best will get the nod. He is very much in the mix. When Sussex left-arm quick George Garden picked up a side injury during England Lions tour of the Caribbean in February, Gleeson was called up as a replacement, and did well against West Indies. His rise has not gone unnoticed. Former England coach and Sky Sports commentator David Lloyd is a regular advocate, as Gleeson is aware. I get tagged in a few things on Twitter, he says. It boosts your confidence when people like that are talking about you. His ascent from club cricket in his native Blackpool is refreshingly different. 6 days before Northamptonshire gave him a game against the touring Australians in 2015, he was taking 7 for 89 for his hometown against Lancaster at Stanley Park. It served him well when the Aussies visited Wantage Road. His first 2 first-class wickets were the Marsh brothers, Sean and Mitchell. And while other fast bowlers have had their careers mapped out for them by the ECB and county academies, Gleeson has learned the priceless knack of self-reliance. I completely changed my action, by myself, at the age of 21, he says. I used to bowl with a reader's ball for Blackpool. But when I played for Cumberland, we used a Dukes. It started swinging and I didn't have a clue how to control it. I spent the winter at Stanley Park working on the action, basically walking it through. I used to bowl a lot more over the perpendicular, so I tried to straighten it up. I still have a bit of lean in, and it's something the batters have to look out for. I get the ball to come in on the angle, then hold up. It can be a dangerous delivery. In another twist on the usual narrative, Gleeson benefited from his club's financial straits. When Northamptonshire offered him a pay-as-you-play contract in 2016, they barely had 2 pennies to rub together. An overseas bowler or a high-profile name from another county were out of the question. By his own admission, Gleeson found himself in the right place at the right time. He is being modest. That summer, he was central to Northamptonshire's triumph in the T20 Blast, the only bowler in the country to take at least 10 wickets while going for less than 6 and over. Last year, his county coach David Ripley suggested England could do worse than pick him for their 20-over side. But it was with a red ball that Gleeson has made his move. Tendinitis in both knees had limited him to 10 championship wickets at 50 apiece in 2016, but in 2017 he collected an impressive 40 at 18. Finishing 9th in the national averages. I think I offer something slightly different with what I'm trying to do with the ball, he says. I can top 90 miles per hour and I'm not a classical English seamer. I bash out a length hard. I'm not trying to just place the ball there. Whether the selectors will go for him is another matter. Then again, until recently, Gleeson was playing for Cumberland and regarded a first-class career as an outside bet. I guess I thought my time had gone. But it's never too late, he says. If you do well, players talk and there tends to be a buzz. If someone bowls a bit quicker, for example. Thought hangs in the air. And England now know about Richard Gleeson.